Bully squads, the bane of any killer's existence, whether they're brand new to the game or a veteran with 4-digit playtime hours. If there's such a problem, then how do we deal with them? Outside of sabotaging your build by running Lightborn, of course. There are 3 things you need to remind yourself when you're faced with bully squads. Number 1. If they are hovering for flashlight saves or sabotages, they are undermining their ability to complete generators, which gives you more time to close the game out. Number 2. Do not play into their win condition. If their goal is to sabotage your hooks and blind you on pickup, then keep your survivors on the ground until you knock more of them down. They'll probably get accusations of slugging, but honestly, it's on them for forcing that playstyle. Number 3. Try forcing players down next to walls and ideally away from the edge of the map. Deathslinger is pretty good at pulling survivors away from unfavorable locations, making it easier for me to down them where I want them. The main reason that you want to do this is so that you're facing a wall when you pick up a downed survivor to avoid flashlight or flashbang saves. As far as being in the center of the map is concerned, it also gives you more hook options in case the closest one has a survivor trying to sabotage it. And when we get around to talking about perks, I would suggest some that hold some functionality outside of being a pure anti-bully squad button. For example, Agitation is a solid perk that allows us to navigate to hooks more rapidly, which pairs really well with Scourge hooks, and especially on indoor maps. It also works well with Starstruck and Thrilling Tremors. Sloppy Butcher is surprisingly effective against squads, as it consistently delays their ability to heal their teammates. If they keep trying to body block you as well, that's free pressure, baby. This obviously pairs best with killers that use their basic attacks to down people, but most killers that use their powers likely have an add-on that lets them inflict Sloppy Butcher's effects to some degree anyway. Due to this fact, Sloppy Butcher typically works best in chase-oriented basic attack builds, but you can't go wrong with a basic perk build like this one. Forever Entwined is probably the definitive anti-bully perk nowadays, as it allows you to pick up a survivor significantly faster, which often messes with the timing of flashlight or even pallet saves. But the underrated aspect of this perk is that you also drop survivors faster, allowing you more time to punish people sabotaging hooks. Zapples, a well-known Deathslinger main, runs this build, which I doubly enjoy for how much time it saves when playing Deathslinger. In that build, you'll probably also notice Scourge, which I think is a great perk for these squads as well. If the survivors keep hovering for saves and getting down, then it basically guarantees that the generators in the area never get done. This is a perk that only works with basic attack killers, but it is one of the best time-saving perks under the right circumstances. What isn't a purely basic attack perk that works for finding survivors lurking nearby is Infectious Fright. This perk has no cooldown and no unique requirements for activation outside of its limited range. Using this perk and immediately getting to know if you're in imminent danger of being pallet stunned or flashlight saved is a big time saver. Plus, not a lot of people tend to run Calm Spirit nowadays, so it's pretty much guaranteed information on every down. Infectious Fright also pairs well with another perk called Forced Hesitation, but it's still decent by itself. Even if most of your games won't have a bully squad in them though, the practices that you can employ as killer as countermeasures to survivors trying to save their down friends are good habits to create in general. In this video, I will play 2 matches of Deathslinger where I will explain and lead you through my thought process on countering this altruism. One game will be with the standard generalist build, and one will be composed entirely of perks designed to counter these saving strategies. Enjoy.
Alright, here's our first game. You know, I've played 3 games of Deathslinger today. First game was on Ormond, which is a map that I think is actually one of Deathslinger's weakest maps. Second game was on... oh, I missed that. That's unlucky. Second game was on Hawkins. Third game is on RPD. So, I don't know what I've done to deserve this harassment from Dead by Daylight, but here we are. Anyway, I found 3 people here right at the start of the match, which is good. Probably aim down a little bit here. He crouches. That's good for me. So that means that I can just go and swing through that. Doesn't even drop the pallet, so that's pretty good for me. Get a good tag there. And we forced 2 other people off a generator right away, which is really great for me. I'm going to reload here now. Ace does make this room because of that slowdown that we get when we're reloading, so he gets to this window. He can loop all the way back around outside, so... I'm not going to bother, just going to turn around here instead, and I can smell this Jane jumping at me. I can aim and knock her down upstairs. And Scourge is actually a really... okay, well, loud-ass Daryl. But Scourge is a really, really good map on this build. Now, we're facing a wall, right? Forever Entwined to get that faster pickup speed, and then Agitation lets us get to our Scourge hook quicker, which is nice. So we can hit that. We got it down, we got an injure. We have our first few stacks of Forever Entwined already. And Forever Entwined as well, like, the reason why I prefer it to Fire Up, some people might be wondering, is pretty much because you don't have to lose the game in order to get value out of you. I'm gonna bet that this guy, like, tries to circle around underneath me here. Yeah. There's somebody there. Oh. Should be able to hit that, actually. If I aim close enough to Jane's legs, the hitbox will be in my favor there. But forcing them off of this, and then also keeping pressure around both of main gens here is what I'm trying to do right now. There's somebody on this corner. Gonna take a hit here. I should be trying to hit him from the other side, but that's okay. Can look back. I don't think the ace is there anymore. Up here. If I was a little bit more certain in that shot, I would have had that, but unfortunately, not allowed to do so. That's okay. We have the ace right here. So that's totally fine by me. I'll get the damage state here. Won't really matter too much. I could actually swing around that if I hug that a little bit tighter and I don't reel right away. Because, like, reeling while... Yeah, definitely... Oh, he doesn't dodge that. While definitely good, Hold on. I don't quite have the angle. The problem that it has is that it'll pull you into walls a little bit too quickly. A little bit more quickly than you want to. Here's a pallet here that he'll play, but I have Daryl here as well, so I'm just gonna go chase him. This is like what I was talking about, where sometimes you might just want to leave. Oh my god. May, what are we aiming at? Hold on. He has the god pallet here too. That was a really bad shot. Wait, we'll break this. But anyway, like, sometimes you don't want to pick up right away. You want to leave the guy on the ground because, you know, if there's somebody else nearby. But now that we've chased him off and completely whiffed our shot at point blank, I've been, like, doing little weird-ass panic flicks lately, I guess you could say. To the point where I go like, whoa! You know? Freak out a little bit when I don't need to. Anyway, I get it down here. That I do. Another down for B-Rad, and because she was healing the ace back there, I know that she doesn't have Decisive Strike, which allows me to pick up, face into a wall. Agitation as well on an indoor map, even though that hook looks like it's close, so it's on the inside of the next doorway, which is why we like having Agitation. We put her up on that hook there. We know that the ace got healed back here. We know that this pallet's gone here, and we lost this god pallet, and I don't think anybody runs Last Stand. No, not Last Stand. What's the name of the perk? It's like Ingenuity, or I can't remember for the life of me. Oh, that main gen gets done, so we know that main gen, she sees the hook up here. That unhook's going to come through pretty soon, so what I should have done after that main gen gets done is just, like, path my way back here so that I, again, put pressure on multiple people trying to go for unhooks. You might also wonder, like, oh, May, why are you swinging off the top of obstacles all the time? And the reason for that, alright. Okay. I think I aimed too far forward on her there. But the reason I do that, like especially off of ledges, is because it cuts my momentum when I go down ledges like that. I find it especially useful on maps like Forgotten Ruins or, well, anything with a ledge, really. I think, like, even this map is pretty good. Cuts your momentum so that you can kind of swing back to the edge, and then you're ready to rumble pretty much right away. She has this window vault here that she might take. She does, but reel her there, and then we move over here so that she doesn't get caught. And we break that, and again, Daryl's loud-ass screams. But now we have 8 stacks of Forever Entwined. You can see how fast his pickup speed is now. And even with him being right there with a flashlight, we get the hit right away. So Forever Entwined completely messes up his timing. We get another hook really quickly, which is perfect. And all these people are staying injured against me for some reason, because we do love rushing gens these days. He's running out to this corner. I know there was someone outside of the, like, on the outdoor location here. So I am suspicious of someone running out from out here. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about it, though. Yeah, I think I'm thinking a little bit too deep about it. They might be healing back there, too. I hear that generator being worked on. Gotta keep in mind, too. Pretty much everyone is injured. I see no scratch marks here, but we'll just kick this anyway. Probably gonna lose that hook over there. That's fine. That's totally fine. Because we know that everyone's injured and they might try healing under hook, we can just walk back here again. Keep working our way around. Damn, the double heal, though. This person moves so weird. I think she might be holding a sprint burst or something. Has to be. She's like crouch walking and then sprinting in a non-deterministic direction. That would have hit her too, but I think I'm out of range. Not sure. Either way. 2 people heal simultaneously though, so very clearly a coordinated squad in that regard. I need to go up for this AC fence, Jen. I haven't checked on this. Nothing here. Okay. So no reason to go upstairs for that. Because I know that our pressure is on this gen here on the top of main, and that's kind of it. And I see the guy over there, but he's too far away for me to hit him. I think he's the only one on a gen right now, to be honest. But he's also the only guy that's injured, so let's go for him. Potential that there's someone on this gen over here. Definitely potential for that. Running back this way. He's jumped down, too. We just hear the audio. So I lunge here, right? And I cut momentum going back that way. Immediately. And he doesn't know that I can shoot over top of that. Oh, unlucky, though. He does get caught on something there. I'm not sure what. We'll just reload real quick. Ah, good dodge. I was trying to, like, preemptively aim it, hoping I was going to be able to catch him off guard, but apparently not. Okay, she doubles back a little bit. Let's not even, like, try to aim down sights of this person. Let's just see what she does. Little observation here. Yeah, she dodges out. That's fine. Tap again. Tap again. I'm not even going to bother, like, trying to shoot her down. He does a little spin, doesn't quite make it. I don't hear Daryl on any of the gens, so I know that he's not available for those. And this hook is in a bad spot, so we'll go for this one over here. Again, Agitation on RPD, saving us so much time. And this will save us time, too. By getting the hit on this gen that Daryl had been working on. Running into a narrow hallway is pretty much like a guaranteed way to get your hits with Deathslinger here. Like, if you see them kind of walking into a doorway of some semblance, I guess you could say, it's usually a pretty guaranteed hit from there. Okay, pick you up. What I do want to do is I want to try and go for... Actually, I can go for that hook down there now. Because we have Agitation with which to maneuver ourselves over here. Hello, hello. How you doing? Thank you for the free damage state. Oh, I'm totally fine with this. Thank you, thank you. Yep. He gets off, but that's okay. We get 3 damage states off of it in return. And I can just... Oh, he doesn't dodge in, though. He plays it a really weird way. I thought he would try to go for the doorway there. So, my mistake for not taking time on the shot. And they heal, I think, like, by top of main here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Correct. The question is, where did everyone else go? There you are. I saw your scratch marks in here, so I knew she had to have been walking around some direction. See if I can kill the Meg now. Now we're here. We do have a bodyguard, though, so that is kind of annoying. See ya. I don't need to worry about the bodyguard if he's gonna not be bodyguarding, you know? Hit over that. Knock you down. And forever entwined, facing a wall. We're good to go. So that's one person out the game. Goodbye, Meg. Nice playing with you. And then there were 3, one of which is injured. Actually, 2 of which are injured now. Thought I saw Daryl there, and so I was aiming for. But you can see, like, how I'm playing this kind of like a bit of a rat bastard, but... Okay, he doesn't double meg. That's fine. Good to know. But he will duck now. Now that he knows that I have a shot over that. Here, look. Boom. Yep. But then I hit the chair because I'm a moron. So, now we tap again. He'll duck. Tap again. He'll duck a second time. And then we get the hit here. So it's just like, I'm conditioning the survivors at this point to play a certain way. He takes the damage state. Survivors, what they'll typically do when they get damaged is they will run to the next location because they're like, okay, this is not a safe spot for me to be. Get that con pallet out of the way. Because it's not a safe spot for me to be, then I don't have to worry about this anymore. I mean, he runs out to his left. I don't think he has the pallet in here. We get him down as well, and I know that Daryl's at the top of those stairs there. And again, we pick up really quick. Thank you to our Forever Entwined. And then because we have Agitation, I'll actually be able to go up here. Pressure that guy off of that real quick. Hit this. with Forever Entwined. He does get the gen done, but not even really dodging, is he? I don't know if he's actually even dodging. He's just kind of like, you know, like kind of tiny little counter strafes here and there. Anyway, I saw her scratch marks going down here, so I'm going to assume she's coming up this way. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there she is. I was right. Just not on the correct doorway, per se. I could have sworn that should have hit her. Alright, we get 2 hits, or we get a hit there. And the person's going back that way. Daryl's kind of running into a corner of the map that I do not care about. We're gonna do this again. Try and catch the Jane here. If possible. Might be coming up main again. I think she might be holding like a check spot. Yeah, I see you there. Wait, that's not... Yeah, that is Jane. Get that hit there. I'm just gonna break the chain here, though. Because my goal now is to go and interrupt the save from the Daryl. But now that we have everyone injured, and we're hovering around this guy goes second stage. And now this forces them to either save their teammate or go down. And now because Daryl's not, is hovering around trying to not, or trying to go for the... I should have shot that way sooner. Trying to go for the shot land there, or the save here, then we're in a really good spot now. Okay, cool. Because this means that I can hit shit like this, knock you down, break the gen that has the progress on it, pick you up, and I still have 2 stacks of pain res too, which is really good. Now, here you go. Another hook there. That person's dead. And now I saw Daryl's scratch marks at the bottom of the stairs here, which means that I know that he's going up here. And then they have to back off because they can't be bothered with hitting any of this. Oh, actually, I already pain res that person, so what am I saying? I thought I hadn't. Let's go for this person here. This is a weaker loop, and they've touched a gen, so totally fine by me. I also have Forever Entwined, so this allows me to pick you up quicker. I think she... I say she because I saw Lara Croft sim. But I think that the Daryl might have thought like, oh yeah, well they're gonna obviously try to go for a Surge hit. They want to deny me Surge. So it's not a bad idea necessarily. Forever Entwined does make you take survivors out of lockers a lot quicker too, which is nice. But yeah, now that he's taking his own life on hook here, and because the ace is on death hook himself, I highly doubt that the injured ace is going to be coming in for this rescue at the end of the day. So, that's just how a lot of my games have been going lately, to play like a outright bastard for a lot of my matches in order to get good results. But as you can see, it does unfortunately get results to be running good perks. You have off the record. Let's hit that. And hit that. Nice attempt at a dodge, I guess. Knock you down. Let me see. Off the record, probably, if I were to guess, Dead Hard as well. Double back a second time. There we go. Now we catch him on the doorway. And there he goes. I know that I conditioned the hell out of this dude to, Oh wait, he wouldn't have decisive strike because he took the guy off the hook. Anyway, doesn't matter. We conditioned the hell out of him to get that, and we finally get our kill and our 4K off of playing around altruism. Okay. The Shattered Square, we're running that build that I was talking about earlier that was more of the hyper-specifically focused on, you know, anti-Swift stuff, anti-Swift activities. I do have, like, the anti-Swift build as a video that I uploaded on my channel a little bit ago, but I actually think if you want a genuinely good build, this is one that's not too terrible. Now, obviously, we still have Forever Entwined, because, like I said before, it's still the definitive... Oh, what the fuck is happening here? I think she tried to head on me. Alright, swing down. Keep our momentum back. Knock her down. And Infectious Fright tells us there's someone over there. So we don't really have to worry too much about getting flashlight saved here. Which means that we can now take this person into the basements. Perfect for me. Sloppy Butcher applied as well. Really unfortunate timing on that. What I was trying to do with this person here is when you come up these stairs, what you can do is you can shoot them as they're jumping here and then run around and catch them on the backside of that there. Anyway, just, you know, fun little tips with Deathslinger. I don't think I really care about that gen, especially because I have more of a tighter 3 gen back here. So let's go into this corner and find someone else. Ideally, I would be hovering around that hook, and I think I should be gonna proxy camp it, because it's... I'm forcing the 3 gen over in this area, and also, once this person gets unhooked, I know that there's someone else down here. So we can just, you know, come on back. What up, fellas? Cool. And because she's taking a protection hit, now she also has Sloppy Butcher, which makes it harder to heal her. I can shoot over this, too, which is kind of funny. She's probably gonna pre-drop that. Totally fine. Ooh, I might not need to break that. Ay. Well, okay. I have, like, ideas for aim, and then I don't commit to them. I'm having, like, really bad confidence issues lately, which is highly unfortunate, but that's okay. Saw that she went out to the left here. I'm gonna tap my aim real quick, just to see which way she goes. Oh, alright, yeah. I mean, not really much of a Zed wall, is it? Although that is kind of funny that she does manage to make that there. She's gonna fake it again, because it's really all you can do. Our information does tell us where that person is. 4 hits on that. We know that there's nobody coming in for a flashlight save, and it looks like my plan to keep this 3 gen back here is working out wonderfully. Especially because I'm fairly certain that the person up here... Well, now I'm speaking with less certainty. I was initially certain that that was the Lara there. Apparently not. That's okay, though. Standing behind these hay bales all by yourself. Gorgeous. Anyway, tap my aim. I'm kind of being a bit of a rat bastard. I like tapping my aim so much. But really, like, what I'm trying to do with it... I mean, I could hit this shot pretty easily. There we go. Catch the back of her hitbox. I was almost late on that. Anyway. What I'm trying to do there, specifically, is, like, get a read on the way that they're moving. Because I'm, like... I don't know. I've, like, confidence issues lately with my Deathslinger, and I don't know why. So, some of them will fix in the future for sure. Another hookup for different person, the Sable. And that heal that went down also, I think, went through Sloppy Butcher, because we would have hit the Feng Min, and then now they have to heal again through it all. This is not the injured person, though. Unlucky. Okay, so she's taking us to a corner of the map that we don't want to be in, so we're not even going to chase it here. Because, again, we're being a little bit of a rat bastard, because look at this 3 gen that I've forced now, because of this. Look at that beautiful 3 gen. So, with that person running there, Lara being back here, and then I think Zarina just did that gen there, I know that there's gonna be someone down here. Look at that. Okay. I mean, shit, if you say so. Take the hit there. And she doesn't hug the hay bale close. I was expecting her to, but she didn't. So, that's quite alright. Play this kind of mean. As we... What the hell? That audio, like, really confused me. Not gonna lie. Alright. Pull you back. Now, this is what I was talking about with Deathslinger, where you can pull people away from resources. See how she's further from the pallet now? And... Infectious Fright. Doesn't really matter now. We have a fast pickup, thanks to our perk here. Up you go. 8 stacks of our Forever Entwined. Sloppy Butcher's going. Flying on through. Lara's back here, which is great. Because now this means that I have this survivor to deal with. You can't duck underneath that when I'm here. Sorry, lady. Down she goes, and then we get more information on that person being there. That's the Zarina over there, which means that Sable's the one who went for the unhook save. And we can take you into basement with relative ease. I think, like, part of this, the way that I've been playing this game specifically, isn't really just around Swifts and all that, even though it's been really good information. I think I've showcased the perks quite nicely. Part of it also recognizes, okay, where do I have pressure on the map, right? Obviously, I have pressure on this part of the map here, where I have a survivor hooked, I have a 3 gen to work with. Yeah. Interesting. I can shoot her through a lot of this. I don't know why I'm not. Guess I'm just, again, like that lack of confidence thing I've been talking about earlier. Hello. How we doing, Zarina? We got you Sloppy Butchered as well here. Or not, apparently. Take you for a sloppy butcher hit. And... I tried to 360 here because I was being a little overconfident. Okay. And now that that's done, we can go back here. Prevent anything happening from the unhook. Force them out of their corner. That's still regressing. We can see the sparks on it. I hear him upstairs. Let's go for... unlucky. I was hoping I could go for that shot there. I can go for this shot here, though. Because she doesn't realize that there's something there as well. Take that hit, so we get Sloppy Butcher on her. You can swing, you can lunge a lot sooner than you might even initially realize when you're playing Deathslinger, which is kind of cool. I hear you on that, but kind of don't care. Especially when we have a kill right here. That's me just predicting the location she's going to be. So that feels pretty good. We hit all of those gens. We see someone on top of main there. But because we have Forever Entwined, and I hear the Lara upstairs there, I can take you out right away, and I know where the other person, the generator with the most progress is. So I think you're dead. Lara's upstairs on main, so what I want to do is I want to go for this gen, but I know it has some decent progress on it. Just keep playing the macro game, you know. Because that's how you have to play Dead by Daylight sometimes. Well, quite often lately, actually. I have to play around for the macro game. Where, you know. Alright, take a smack, she's gonna run. Not quite. Almost, though. I know that Lara's up on main. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kick this, and I'm gonna go upstairs for main building here for this Lara. I can still hear her, too. She's in this locker. Because she had done that to us at the start of the game, if y'all remember. Yoink! And we'll take you into basement. I think that's going to be your final hook as well. I'm not entirely certain. We saw this arena on our Infectious right there, so we know the kind of general area that she's at. Yep. So that's Lara dead as well. Now that means that we can go back here. For this person. She is injured. Oh, I hear her. She might have been trying to heal. And if she was, well, she's dead now. And with Infectious Fright, we can see that there's nobody nearby. Because it reveals within our terror radius. Our terror radius is 32 meters. Which, if you want to know what 32 meters is, I mean, you kind of just learn over time. But 32 meters is about, like, here to that gen. So, maybe like here to that gen is about 32 meters. Anyway. So that'll be the third person on hook. She's going to try and give up and go next. Because we have successfully macroed our way into a victory. A neat little 3K for ourselves. Ooh, Sable might be here. And she is. I can hear her. Take that hit. Good pre-drop it. Totally understandable that she does. And a good pre-drop too, because that's the kind of pre-drop that gets to the most distance. 3, 2, 1. No, I mistimed it just so slightly. But I'm getting massive frame drop issues right now, so we'll blame it on that. And there is our 4K. So, GG's, well played, everyone. Hopefully this was educational, both in understanding how to play around Swifts and around information that you get from perks. That lets you know that you don't have to run Lightborn in order to have a good anti-Swift, and also just a solid build all around, and also how to play your macro in Dead by Daylight a little bit better. Even with the basic build that I did a little while ago with Wraith, you don't have to keep counting people, especially with Infectious Fright, because then that gives you information on the general direction that people are in, and you can work off of that there. Anyway, here's the builds for you. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.